All right, here we go. Hey guys, it's your girl Delia from PhilaDehliaEagles.com chiming in with another weekly live NFL picks video. And if you haven't caught on by now, every Thursday about an hour or so before the game, I hop on here and make my picks so I can get them in before that Thursday night matchup. So first, I need to shout out the very first commenter, Mr. J. Freeable. He says hello. So hi there. Welcome. Thanks for waiting, joining the stream. And I'm going to mention that I am going to start off with the Thursday night matchup with my first pick. So if you guys want, you can put your predictions below, or not below, on the side in the comments. Because there is a 30-second delay, so I like to give you guys a heads up. That way I don't have to wait around 30 seconds to hear what you got to say. So feel free to put those in the comments, and I'm going to reference those as I do my picks. So feel free to chime in, let the world know how you feel about these matchups. Now, the Thursday night matchup is the Seahawks versus 49ers. Before I get into that, I want to shout out the Eagles Landing podcast that I do every Wednesday night at around 6:15, 6:20. This is all specific Pacific time, where I live stream the podcast on YouTube, but it's also available on iTunes, Stitcher as a normal podcast download. So we had a fun time with Chris Wessling from NFL's Around the NFL podcast, and he's a writer for the NFL, so like those articles you read about the Eagles, like usually his name is stamped on top of it. So it was cool to get his insight. So if you want to check it out, I put the link below in the description to the video and also the Stitcher link where you can subscribe as a podcast. So a little plug for my little podcast that I'm having fun with. It's my first year doing podcasts. It's pretty cool. And also, sorry for the weird lighting. I'm on these like super comfy, like recliner couches, and I just got too lazy to get up after I was editing. So yeah, let's get into these picks, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I mentioned, Thursday night football, you have Seahawks and 49ers. Now, the Seahawks are coming off a close loss to the Panthers. And the 49ers actually had a win, which is something they haven't been doing much of lately. They beat the Ravens 20-25. So, with that kind of in mind, I'm leaning towards 49ers, not 49ers, Seahawks, because just generally they're the better team, especially with the struggle that has been the San Francisco 49ers. They're not a team that I trust, so I trust the Seahawks more, and plus them having a close loss, they're going to want that taste of victory in their mouth again, so Seahawks, and let's see what y'all pick. Shaflurp Derp is Seahawks. Burst Mojo is going Niners. Let's say Damian Avalos is going Seahawks. And what else? This is a must-win for the Seahawks, says Hey Ryan. Their season is pretty much done if they don't win. So I'm assuming he's going Seahawks as well. Cheesier than cheese. We are on the Seahawks-Niners pick. What do you pick? It looks like majority is Seahawks. So we are mostly in agreement here. Now, let's see who's next on the list. We have Bills at Jaguars. And this is the London game. Now, with that game, gotta go Bills. They had a tough loss to the Bengals last week. And actually, shout out to Mark Vader and the Bills backers team out here in Santa Monica. There's a Bills bar that is packed with Bills fans on game day. So if you're a Bills fan, hit them up because it was kind of cool. I went there with Mark Vader to just see what it's like to be in another fan's bar. And And yeah, it was what I expected. It's like my Eagles bar, but all Bills fans. So, they had a tough loss last week. So I see them rebounding in this game. Now let's see what y'all got. So Bills. Oh, cheesier than cheese is going Seahawks. I see that. And so is TNA autograph. So yeah, still on the Seahawks bit. Shout out from Chicago. Hi, Monica. I've been seeing your name in these live streams, and I love it. I love it. And nice to see where you're from. So let me know who you have in these matchups, and I'll be shouting y'all out. Burst Mojo is going Bills. So Burst Mojo, you and I are seeing eye to eye this week, even though you're a Giants fan. Oh. Cheesier than cheese is going Bills. Let's see. No Tyrod Taylor, Percy Harvin, or Sammy Watkins. But Jags are Jags, says Hey Ryan, and that is a true statement. The only person I see so far going Jags is Shiflurp Derp. I like saying that name. That's kind of fun. Delia, you exposed the 49ers fan. It's true they jump people. Ha! Hey man, I was just reporting the facts. And the facts are there. So he's referencing my when Eagles fans got voted most hated, or not even voted. Sports Illustrated just decided to award us this for no reason. Y'all have to watch that to know what he's referencing. But let's go into the next matchup. We have Bucks at Reds. Oh, I almost said it. So I'm on this whole boycott of the name right now until I do my video, which I've been promising on the Washington football team. I'm going to do a whole elaborate thing. I just have been super busy, so I'm waiting for the bye week to really get you all that information. And, my family, I'm going to interview my dad. He's Native American and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, enough about that. So that's why I've been referencing the football team first. So, let's see what you guys are picking first. Bucks versus Washington. Arthur Jones is going Washington, of course, because that's his team. Guess who? Dells. What up, David Rocks? All right. I'm missing some of these comments. Who else? Anybody going Bucks? Okay, Gabriel Salgado. What up, Eric Tudor, EJT156? So Further AM wants to know why Easy Pick'em isn't working. There's an issue with the server, and I'm not really sure all the details, but we're working on it. And thank you to everyone that was messaging, letting me know it was down. And it sucks because I love, making my picks. It's so fun to do the whole swipe left, swipe right. And it looks like a majority are going with Washington in this matchup. And even though I don't like this team because they're a division rival, they are hosting at home, and they're known to pull out some games, especially if the competition is the Bucks. I think they can pull it out. So this is going to be one of those win-win picks. If I get it wrong, I'm cool with it because I'm fine with being wrong with this pick. But if I get it right, hey, at least I get it right, if they win. So, Selena, that's funny. I forgot that was the the account that you hijack. Nice seeing you, Selena. How are you? Let's get into the next matchup. They might release Deshaun, says America Last. Well, that would be interesting, I guess. Okay, next matchup. We have Falcons at Titans. The Titans, I just can't really back them in most situations. So, let's see. Yeah, Falcons, they're not, they finally got their loss last week, which I predicted, versus the Saints. I got that. That was my upset pick of the week, and I got that right, so that was cool. And I picked that because their schedule has been fairly easy. So them being undefeated, I wasn't as impressed with that. But I'm not discounting them being, a legit offense and a team that can score points and can win games on their own. I'm just saying, they're not unstoppable. But when facing a team like the Titans, I still see them holding their ground. So I'm going Falcons on this one. Let's see what you guys say. Aries Falcons, of course. We know you're a homer going with your team. Burst Mojo going Falcons. America last. He's going Titans, saying it's going to be the Marcus Mariota coming out party. Ooh, well, wouldn't that be nice? Cheesier than cheese says Titans are certified grade A trash. Selena is saying Falcons look too strong, but they do have the easiest remaining schedule in the NFL. I haven't looked at the remaining schedule, but they've had some nice little cakewalks so far. Gabriel Salgado, Julio Jones is going to wreck the Titans. Yeah, it looks like there was only one person going Titans. So we're all pretty unanimous here for the most part in our picks. So I'm going Falcons. And we have another Falcons fan, Maddox Bro 95. Jesus is God. Now, I am Astro, Vikings or Lions. Is that the next matchup? Let's see. I'm trying to go in order so I don't lose track. So the Vikings and Lions matchup, I'm going to talk about that after this next one, which is Saints at Colts. So that's your little preview of, basically I'm on NFL.com right now looking at their week 7 schedule and just going top to bottom with the matchup. So if you want to follow along, that's how you can do it to know who I'm going to talk about next, or you can just be surprised as I normally do it. So Saints are going to Indianapolis to face the Colts. Now this Colts team is a really big surprise in that they've been just struggling, and they're suffering injuries with quarterback injuries, and they've won some, they've lost some. And shout out to the Sports Fanatic. I don't know if he's on right now. But he asked me, do I think his Falcons, his Colts can bounce back? And, I thought about it. And I think they could. And simply because of the fact that they're just in a crappy division that they could, still take with not having that good of a record. So with that in mind, yes, they can, and with a quarterback like Andrew Luck, even though he's not having success now, he is a mentally tough guy that regardless of how crappy things are in the beginning, I think he could still bounce back in the right moments. We're just waiting to see when those moments will be. It's taking longer than expected, and he's not been healthy. But this game, Saints at Colts, I'm going with the Colts. The Saints are just, not that good of a team. They had a big division win last week, and I know teams, when it comes to division matchups, they play at a whole new level. But outside of the division, I don't see the Saints being a strong team. And I think the Colts having home field advantage makes me lean towards them in this matchup. So I'm going Colts over Saints. Let's see if we have some more comments in here. So Selena says Saints, Colts, they're both wrecked teams. True. Colts, we miss Frank Gore in Santa Clara, but I'm sure he doesn't miss us. You mad? XX Bro says Colts. Do we have any people going Saints? Cheesier than cheese says Saints. Win. W to the Falcons was lucky. Oh, okay, so he's going Colts again. Brandon at City is saying Saints will make their comeback. So I guess he's the only one actually picking the Saints to win this. Hi Ryan is going Colts, saying they look like they're getting their stuff back together, or at least look that way in the Pats game. Yeah, that Pats game, that was really, they were going all out. And they had a chance for like a hot second there. But then they just kind of crumbled. You know, it was kind of weird. But, you know, you saw a spark of what they could be. So I'm going off of that. Damien. Okay, now we have more Saints. Says Saints, who dat? GSF for life. Santos. And Selena is taking Colts because they have so many of our veteran Eagles. Well, that doesn't always make them good, but I'll take it. The Eagles leftovers. Oh, Brandon X City is changing his pick. The one Saints supporter over here. All right, sorry, Saints. Now we have, like I said, the Vikings at Lions. Let's see. Who did they play last week? Okay, Lions played the Bears and barely beat the Bears. And I actually picked the Lions to win this game last week because, you know, a lot of their losses, they were the only winless team left in the league. So this finally got them in that, you know, got that zero that's been haunting them and their fans all season. That's finally gone. They have something in the win column. And, you know, I think they're not as bad as their record dictates. You know, I think a lot of their losses have been close. And Vikings, let's see how the Vikings did last week. They beat the Chiefs, who are a struggling team, barely by 6 points. So let's look at some of the numbers then. This is one that I could go either way on. So 3-2 Vikings versus 1-5 Lions. Well, when it comes to offense, Vikings are 31st and Lions are 12th. So I kind of like that matchup there. And defense and rushing is where the Vikings are stronger compared to the Lions. But you know what? I wonder what the line is on these guys. But I'm gonna go with Lions again. I think they can still be a competitive team. So let's see what you guys are doing. So we have Yeezus going Lions, America last, Vikings. Oh, because they're coming off a bye. I didn't account for. No, they're not coming off a bye. I just saw that they played the Chiefs. Oh, you're saying the Chiefs was a bye. Okay, I get it. I get you, America. America last. Okay, random question is asking, if Deshaun gets released next year, do you want him? And if we release him, it's because he wants too much. Hell no, I don't want him. All that would do is add drama. And Chip Kelly don't do drama like that. So, good riddance is what I said when he left. And if he couldn't hold down at his, you know, the team that he went to, that's not a good sign as to, I wouldn't want him on my team, that's for sure. Cheesier Than Cheese said, if I picked the Lions to win, I'd be Lion. Oh, I like that. Didn't. So, okay. Arthur says, Adrian Peterson and the Vikings are going to slam Megatron to the ground. Okay, so we're a little split here. Yeezus wants to know who's going to cover Megatron. So, and Burst Mojo going Vikings. TNA Autographs going Lions. Stafford is going to be good this week. Yeah, you know what? Ever since he got benched, you know, he's coming out with a little more fire. And I think sometimes that's what you need to just like get a kick in the butt and just be like, all right, you know, get it out and then just move forward. So, okay. I think that's it for that matchup. Now let's go to the next one. I'm so sleepy, guys. I probably sound weird, but it's all good. Steelers at Chiefs. Now, Steelers were the surprise win last week, in my eyes. I was really, I didn't get to watch the full game. I just watched the highlights, but they took out the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are a pretty tough team. And the Steelers having, you know, to start their second string quarterback and then in the game play their third string quarterback. I wouldn't see that as a recipe to beat the the Cardinals. But they pulled it off. Um, and with that in mind, tells me they're still a scrappy team that can pull out wins, and it may not look super pretty, it may not be a perfect game, but they're still able to kind of like put a win together, especially in those that last quarter. It seems to be when they really are able to make their comeback or whatever. So I am going to be leaning towards Pittsburgh on this one. 4-2 Pittsburgh versus 1-5. Dang, Chiefs are 1-5. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. So sorry, Andy Reid. I got no faith in you this week. Hi, Reggie Clark. I see you in the comments. So let's see what everyone's picking for this Chiefs-Steelers match. Yeezus is going with Steelers. Arthur Jones going Chiefs. Burst Mojo, Steelers. Selena, I swear, have the Chiefs even won this year? Steelers win this, dudes. Good point. And who else? Steelers says America last because they have so much momentum. Brian at City says Steelers will not win in Arrowhead. Those virgins got lucky last weekend. Ooh, all right. You must be a Chiefs fan, huh? Or a fan of someone that hates the Steelers? Gabriel is going Steelers. EJ, aka Eric, wants to know, do I think the Eagles can beat the Cardinals when I go later? Oh, when he goes to that game later this year? Of course they can beat them, especially in Philadelphia. That's where I feel more confident. But anytime we've faced them, we've always had the opportunity to beat them, but we haven't when it comes to playing them in Arizona. But in Philly, I feel a little bit better, but of course I'm going to be nervous as hell. So I am Astros going Steelers, Shaflurp Derp Chiefs. And Hi Ryan is saying he hopes the Steelers lose, coming from a Bengals fan. But they look much stronger than the Chiefs, even though the Steelers are using the third string QB. Very true. Michael Glenn, Steelers. So that's really it. And TNA autographs going Chiefs. So yeah, he's like the only one that went Chiefs. So you're the lonely Chiefs supporter here. Now let's go on to Browns at Rams. I'm just gonna go Rams. I think there's no really rhyme or reason to why, other than I trust the Rams more than I trust the Browns. And facing each other, got to go with the one that I trust more. So, and they're hosting at home in St. Louis. So, let's see what you guys have. So, why you always lying, Tina? Not sure what that means, but oh man, I'm getting hungry now. Oh, this lighting is really bad. I'm waiting for you guys to have time to put in your picks because there's that delay. So, Michael Glenn, Cleveland. Damian going Rams. Astro going Nick Foles, Rams. Damian going Rams twice. Oh, he's that confident. Shaflurp Dirt, Browns. Todd and Gurley. Rams will ram down the door, says Cheesier. Okay. Arthur says he doesn't know because he hates both teams. Salinas is going Rams, dudes. And Nicholas, Rams. And Rams running game will be too much for the Browns. So, looks like we all agree on the Rams. So, next matchup. Who do we have? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, Texans at Dolphins. Let's see who they play last week. So Dolphins beat the Titans 38-10. And who's the other team? Texans beat the Jags 31-20. So they both played not too difficult teams. So they had an easier last week. And now I feel like this game could go either way. Let's look at some of the numbers real quick. So it looks like the Texans have the stronger league rankings, which, that doesn't really mean anything, but it can give you a gauge of what they've been averaging so far up until this point. So I'm just gonna go based on that, really, because I don't know. I haven't really watched many of the Miami Dolphins games, and from what I know, they haven't been doing too good. I mean, the Texans haven't either, but for some reason, I want to give the edge Texans, even though they're on the road. I don't know. So it looks like Texans, says Esteban, GS for life, is going Dolfinos. Texans, Yeezus. Burst Mojo is going Texans. Astro's going Dolphins. Arthur's going Dolphins. Gabriel is bored. Well, that's a you problem right there. Salinas is going Texans. Foster is almost at 100%. That's true. Good point, good point. So Nicholas, Gunt, Texans Boyer has been on his game lately, and Hopkins has been on fire. So, all right, it looks like there's a little bit more Texans. Okay, so it's a boring game. I see you. Well, I won't be watching this game, but Tejanos, Houston doesn't even know which QB to start. So one of the few going Miami is TNA. So Brandon is going Dolphins. All right, a few Dolphins here. I see you. From what I saw last week, looks like Dolphins finally woke up, says Ryan. Okay, so it's a little split, but a little more on the Texan side. Next matchup, what do we got? Texans at Patriots. Or not Texans, sorry. I'm still asleep, guys. Jets at Patriots, and that's really just kind of an easy pick for me. Patriots. I think that's they're just so solid. They're so solid, it's annoying, Let me see. Anybody going with the bold upset here? Anybody. Go Pat, says Yeezus. All right. Jets, Burst. Okay. Why are you picking the Jets, Mr. Burst Mojo? That's what I would like to know. I can't pick the Jets. I got to go Patriots. Astro going Patriots. Brandon says Jets, #1 defense, upset of the month. Do they have? I don't think they have the #1 defense. It's the Broncos have the #1 defense, and you can see they have the top defense. I'm looking at the rankings right now. Jets are ranked 8th in Oh, sorry. They are first in defense. Wow. Okay. Interesting. And first in rushing? Dang. So they're 4-1, and their only loss is to the Eagles. Ooh. Okay. I like that little upset pick, but I'm still going Patriots. I just can't. I can't pick against them versus the Jets. I just can't. But it looks like EJ is doing Jets upset as well. Okay, and Shaflurp Derp. I see a lot of Jets hopping on now. Arthur Jones says, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jets, okay? And Esteban going Jets. It's a division game, that's true. It could totally be an upset. Now you guys make me want to get all adventurous, but nah, I can't switch it. Ah, Brandon, don't question me again, Delia. Oh, snaps, oh, snaps. Getting called out. I see you. I get it. Hey, at least I double checked, you know? So Hi Ryan said, if the Jets had a good QB, I'd say Jets, but Pats are home. This is the best game of the week. Oh, okay. All right, so enough on that matchup. Next up we have Los Raiders versus the Chargers. Another hot division game. Chargers have been putting up numbers, but not getting the wins with all of those numbers. They're just kind of in this weird place. But when it comes to the Raiders, again, I see the Chargers coming out on top. Because, well, one, they're at home. And, the Raiders had some of their wins this week, but not this week, early this season, but I don't know. I still don't trust them. Let's see. What does that mean? Patriots, okay. Points. Chargers. We have Burst Mojo with Chargers. Astro Raiders. Yeezus going Raiders. Burst Mojo says it's going to be close, yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be close. I think it could go either way because these teams do tend to split. Eagles beat Raiders. Esteban Chargers. GS for Life Chargers. Van a ganar. Oh. TNA going Raiders because Carr is pretty good. And Raiders, Chargers, half and half. Okay. Upset, dude. Raiders are looking decent with Cooper this year. Sip the Kool-Aid. Oh, snaps. Okay. Okay, looks like that's it for that matchup. So I'm still going Chargers, but again, it could go either way. Now, next we have Cowboys at Giants. Giants coming off a embarrassing loss to my Eagles. They're at home. And, I think they need to redeem themselves. And I think a good way for them to do that is to beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 2-3. Giants are 3-3. Now I kind of want the Cowboys to win for my own benefit. So that way they'll be tied with the Giants and we'll still be at the top after we win this week. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see. Everyone seems to be going Giants. Boo is right. Gabriel, boo on both these teams. Woo. Boy. So Esteban, Astro, Yeezus, all going Giants. Burst Mojo, that's his team, going Giants. By a field goal. I wish they could both lose, says Nicholas, and I agree with that. A tie would be awesome. Can't stand the Cowgirls, says TNA, so he's going Giants. it irks you about the Cowboys. Why do you need to lose? I'm just looking at the record. So Cowboys have one less win than the Giants, and we're tied with the Giants. So if we win and the Giants lose and the Cowboys win, then they'll be tied and we'll be one game ahead, which I like. But and that's what Eagles Speed is saying. We need the Giants to win because we can beat the Giants. The Cowboys need to lose as much as possible. Very true. That's so mean. What's mean? Giants will win by a fumble. All right. So it looks like that's the majority Giants here. And that's what I'm picking. Well, yeah, I'm picking Giants. But you already know how I feel. Never mind. But I'm going Giants. Now, next matchup, we have, speaking of my birds, we got my birds. They're facing the Carolina Panthers. Now, this is, it's not going to be an easy game, that's for sure. This is going to be the true test for this Eagles team. Now, looking at the rankings, we're kind of middle of the pack, kind of consistent all around. But we all know, the numbers don't tell the full story. Now, our offense is the one that's really lacking, and we're still ranked 13th in offense, which is kind of surprising to me. But our defense has been amazing. Now, on the opposite side, we have the Panthers. Their offense is ranked 28th, and they're 30th in passing. That's kind of surprising because that's what everyone talks up when they talk about the Panthers. Oh, Cam Newton in this offense. But the numbers right here are not reflecting that. So, I'm going with the Eagles, and not just because, it's like a homer pick. I'm, going for my team or whatever. Last year we played them, we beat them down, and people thought the same thing, that the Panthers were a better team. And I think the reason why people don't favor us as highly are because of some correctable mistakes from the Eagles offense. And as soon as we fix those, we're going to be a very, very tough team. So I think Sam Bradford is going to have this whole week to dwell on those interceptions, and some of those miscommunications between him and his receivers. And they know how important this game is because, again, we're still it's such a tight race between the other NFC East teams that we can't afford to lose. So I don't think we'll lose. Let's see what y'all are saying. So let me scroll up. GS for F for Life is saying, sorry, have to choose Panthers. Eagle Speed says Cam is going to get exposed. Foiler is going Panthers. Ed Boogie going Panthers. Yeezus going Panthers. Burst going Panthers. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Y'all be killing me over here. Let's see. Let me scroll back down. So Astro is saying the Panthers, they beat the Seahawks. But 2 points on that. Yes, they beat the Seahawks. But first of all, the Seahawks are not the same Seahawks team from, the past 2 years prior. They are beatable right now. I'm not discrediting them. They're still a good team, but they're not as unstoppable. Now, it's impressive they beat them in Seattle. That's impressive. But really, they're undefeated, the Panthers. But you look at the rest of the team they've played, the Seahawks is their only really legit type of competition. The others have been the Bucks, the Jags, the Saints, like pretty much if you rank the 4 worst teams in the league, those were their first 4 matchups. So I know they don't have control of who they play. That's just a matter of luck of the draw. But it does make me look at them different when they face my team. I see them being a more beatable team, even though they have that undefeated record because of that. So, so that's my response to that, Astro. And Selena says, remember last Monday night where we kicked their booties? That's true. Arthur Jones says Panthers will be undefeated. Cam, too much for the Eagles defense. I don't think anybody's too much for this Eagles defense. Honestly, I'm so impressed with these guys. Luke wants to know, do I find Sam Bradford handsome? No. He's not my type. But he seems like a very nice guy and that other people would find him handsome. Gabriel is going with Cam. Eagles will not be able to move the ball on the defense. So Ed Boogie, he's a Panthers fan, chiming in. He said his only concern is Sproles, and he should be a big concern for you guys. Definitely. Damien wants Eagles, but is going Panthers. Oh, Eric Cartman saying, I know you're not a Seahawks hater. It's cool. I'm not. But, realistically, you guys aren't performing. You know what I'm saying? You got to go based on your performance. And it hasn't been a smooth ride for you guys. So, let's see. Ryan's going Panthers. Okay, I think that's it for your guys' picks. Now let's go to, I think we just have one more matchup, another bird battle going down. Ravens at Cardinals. Ravens just lost to, who'd they just lose to? The 49ers. So with that said, it's kind of an easy pick for me. Cardinals all the way. Ravens have just been struggling too much, and they're losing to teams that aren't that good. So I see them losing to a team that is really good. So there you have it. I'm going to read the final picks here on this matchup. Eric Hartman, please read my comment. Which one? People need to stop hating my team. We are not the Cowboys or Pats addressing to... You know what, Eric Hartman, people don't hate your team. I don't see the Seahawks as a hated team. I think you'll get some crap because you do have a lot of bandwagon fans, and you can't deny that any team going through Super Bowls and making attendance at multiple Super Bowls, that's just natural. You can't control it. But honestly, I don't see a lot of hate for the Seahawks. But, we have a higher regard for them because of their recent success, that if they're not meeting that high standard, then, we are going to keep it real and say, all right, well, I don't see you guys being as good, because obviously if they're not winning as much or, playing as well, then it's just stating the facts. It's not hating. It's just saying, all right, we expected better, but we're not getting that. That's it. So Luke says Joe Flacid will throw an NFL record 12 interceptions. Okay. So I assume, going Arizona. So is Brandon. Says Arizona. Brian Pitts going Cardinals. Let's see. Some people still talking about the previous matchup. Brandon says he hates the Seahawks. Brandon, what's your team? It must be a division rival. Only reason to hate a team really is if they're in your division, or if you have some personal beef like I do with the Cardinals and the Patriots right now. So Selena is going Cards all day. Fitz will catch touchdown passes in his wheelchair. You got some good comments, Selena. I like it. I like it when you join the streams. The Foiler run the ball from the 2-yard line next time. Arizona offense, take care. All right, we'll see you TNA. Why are people talking about Seahawks? I'm just about losing the Panthers. All right. Well, I think we'll leave it at that. So you have my picks for this week. Now remember, I'm here every Thursday doing live picks just like I did today. I have been doing them typically at around like an hour and a half before the Thursday night game. So today I started around 4:30. And that's when you can kind of expect me, around 4:30, here doing the live picks. And in the comments, just leave your predictions and I'll make sure to shout them out so the YouTube world can know. Oh, my pin. You like my pin? Check it out. So the YouTube world can know what we think. So, oh boy, what else? Again, you can check the yesterday's live stream podcast in the comment below with Chris Wessling from the NFL. And that's really it. I need to eat something because I'm hungry. And I'm going to go watch this game. So, that's it. Game time, homie. That's right. It's your girl Delia with PhilaDehliaEagles.com signing off. EAGLES Eagles. Woo!